Hey, good late morning. Welcome back to Denim Iniquities. It's Ken Shaving and BSing, home of your Big Shave Best champion. The original, anyway. So today, I've been off camera for a bit. Reason being, if you notice this little pink area up here, well, I had a bit of a cooking accident a few weeks ago. And so there's been a gap in my videos because I was letting this thing heal. It's a little splatter accident. Got distracted. Was doing a pan steak, and it hit a pocket, and boom! I had a little too much butter in the pan. I was doing a pan ribeye, practicing, and trying to learn how to do a steak in a pan. And they've been turning out well, thankfully, but I had a little mechanical accident turning it. So I got a little scar up here, so I was letting this heal. Everything's fine. I mean, no problems. Life is good. I'm down about 10 pounds. I'm not going to show in the chin yet, but I'm working on it. So I'm trying to one meal a day, OMAD, keto diet, and exercise about 5 times a week. 4 or 5 times, mostly 5 times a week in the morning. So getting back in shape. So thank you for, had a few folks check in on me. Everything's fine. We're good. Life is good. Laying off the beer still. Yesterday was National IPA Day. Man, did that hurt. Because you know me, cerveza, especially IPAs. And there's a special glass at this place down the street I frequent, and well, couldn't do it. Before we proceed into the shave, I want to bring up one point. I had a gentleman comment, and yes, I read both comments, that, I am... And of course, he had to throw up the man up thing, which was not appreciated, bro. You go and telling someone to man up and then say you were a Marine. Well, thank you for your service, but the rest of it's unappreciated. Except for the fact that you're right, I was, bitching and moaning a lot. But 2 caveats to that. One, those are a lot of early videos through my midpoint, and so you're going to see a lot of that because I was also using this as a vehicle to vent off energy and not just talk strictly about shaving. So maybe I had the wrong idea, and I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, which I actually have in my little statement. If you go to my channel page, it says it may not be for everybody. And 2, they were early videos, and I recognize that I made some missteps, said some stupid stuff, and while I appreciate the feedback, you were watching earlier videos. And more recently, well, even I failed in January because of the furlough thing that came up, and that was a touchy subject because of what I do for a living. So with that, all I'm going to say is thank you for your comments, but you don't need to prove you're a man by saying you were a Marine and telling someone else to man up. It's underappreciated, and actually it's kind of slinging your thing around and saying, "Ooh, I was Marine, man up." Sorry, bro. But I appreciate the rest of the feedback, but you can do it in a different fashion. So just understand, and it's called Ken Shaving and BSing for a reason, because there is BSing involved. It's not just called Ken Shaves. So thank you, and to all the loyal brothers and good sisters out there, thank you for sticking around. And I'm getting near that lovely 1,000 mark. I believe I'm 16 away, depending on how the algorithm calculates subscriptions or what have you. So thank you for all these new subscribers out there. And if you watch my old videos, I'm gonna apologize for when I was going off on whatever. I was using it to vent energy. So accept it for what it is. Take it as a grain of salt. Those who have met me know I'm a nice guy. So today's shave. Let's get past that. Let's get into the actual shaving. This is going to be for my good brother, Tony Ferrulli. Tony, we talk every so often on Messenger. He's a hell of a guy. He sent me some blades that he didn't get along with, a nice little Ziploc. I think I put them in my drawer, but they had Kais and Pole Silvers and some Gillette Platinums. So thank you, Tony, for that. You're a good brother. It's always good talking with you. Tony, for a long time, has been trying to get me to do the Rockwell on plate 5. Well, Tony, we're queuing it up today. I've been doing a lot of shaves off camera, mostly doing 2 passes. So my day's growth is a pretty good day's growth now because I did shave yesterday. And we're going to be using plate 5 with a brand new Gillette Ruby blade. They're either Plus or Platinum Plus, they'll say the same thing. And they just come in a single wax wrapper, 2 glue buds in the middle, so it's not as messy, but they didn't spread near the edges, which is good. They're the Russian-made, same St. Petersburg plant that makes a lot of the other Gillette blades, except for the few made in India. We're going to do Sterling Orange Chill with the matching witch hazel aloe as mentholated and the aftershave splash. I use the witch hazel aloe for the general skin, although it can also work for the aftershave. I want the aftershave as well. I'm going to break out the old Razor Rock 26mm Big Bruce brush, Big Bruce handled brush. And because I got a deal where it's buy one, get one free for the first 2 months, I joined Scentbird to try some frags. Now, my good mate, Chris Marco, sorry Chris, in Canada, who's a big frag head, said this was probably redundant, but I still wanted to try it. Bulgari Aqua Amara EDT. It's a very orange forward scent. Goes well with this pairing of orange chill. So we're gonna go with that. I'm kind of almost 6 minutes in. I've been talking like a madman. Okay, let's get into the shave. We're gonna cube prep. A little more extra menthol. It is hot. It's gonna be a cold water shave too. Just a quick smear. Get it into the bristles. All right. Take a little excess off and leave a little on. Okay, so the cube from phoenixshaving.com. I also got the cool little plate, has bumpers on the bottom and the rest of it, so it's kind of a neat little soap dish. Okay, all right. So I got my cup with the distilled water. Let's dip the Big Bruce brush in, shake it out, and get lathering up here. So again, I love everyone that watches and leaves a comment, but sometimes y'all need to realize when you're watching something, if you're watching it and it's like 2 years old or a year and a half old, hell, even almost a year old in some cases, I've made some missteps, and I recognize that, and I've apologized for them, but sometimes you gotta vent, and I'm venting in public, so I open myself up to that criticism, which is fine, but there are ways to do it to where you're not tooting your own horn or looking like a jerk in your own right. I mean, I accept responsibility for my behavior, and that's what a man does. But also, you can't let others dictate how you behave. I've had to learn that myself. And if you're going to react poorly in a way that is not civil, or in a way that makes you look like a jerk in some fashion, then you got to be responsible for your behavior. So that's all. Back to the shave. So let's get this orange chill lathered up. I was going to do this in a separate video, but while I got the time. And no, I'm not upset. I'm not sad. I'm just reporting information like the news should do, but that's okay. Now I see what I fully expect, because I know y'all are predictable, is somebody to come on here and make some snarky comments. So since I've called you out on it already, don't do it. Save yourself the time and I just know you have a feeling about it. No names named, no whatever, I'm just saying. It's YouTube and human nature of social media. It's predictable. That's why I love my good brothers and good sisters out there who understand. And I can respect people with good criticism as long as it's fair and presented well. Otherwise, what does that say about you? All right. Oh man, I guess I've really been thinking about this. That's okay. Again, forgive me if I'm not being profane and I'm not being angry. I'm not angry at all. I'm just, again, just sharing some thoughts. Since I've gone to distilled or purified drinking water, man, my lathers are not super spectacular, but they are light years better than they used to be. Trying to use our, as Abe Froman said, soft dirt as the water we have here in the south central Texas area. Down goes the brush, because yeah. All right, let's get some more lather back on my neck there, because we just compressed it. All right, good. All right, Tony. This is for you, brother. Smooth, but you're feeling the blade more right off the bat. The great thing for those who haven't used a Rockwell 6 Series razor, whether it's a C or an S, is it's such a great geometry on the head. That's very intuitive. That even for a starter razor, if you wanted to have something adjustable and you get the 6C at $50, it's worth it. Versus getting like a Merkur 34C, which I've had ever since I had to stay at my mom's for a while helping her with after her post hip replacement surgery. I had a renewed love affair with, and it really, 34C is still a popular razor for a reason. And that Merkur head design in general. Alright. Yeah, okay, so feelings on the 5 is more blade feel, but super comfortable. I forget the gap. I know it's not a big blade gap, but again, blade gap isn't everything. It's more about the head geometry in general. I've got a carve on the way, I just don't know when. But I was looking at blade gaps like among ATT, Carve, Rockwell, and Blackland razors. And they're all different feels based on the blade gap. One could be the same blade gap and be supremely comfortable. One could be the big blade gap and you're getting all sorts of blade feel and maybe a little scrapey to some of you depending on. I mean, so this Blade 5 is wow. Hey Tony, nice call. It's a little closer on the first pass than the Plate 4. Of course, new blade too, but very nice. Okay, want to rinse, leave the face wet. We get the second lather and we're going to do our against the grain. A cooling menthol of the orange chill is nice. It's not a straight like fresh orange smell. I call it more of a tang, kind of powdery orange drink. If those of you of a certain generation have had tang, but it's great. It's the menthol makes it really pleasant, and the way they partner. I found the first time I used it a few days ago when I wore the Aqua Amara EDT during the day. They go very well. Chris is going to get on here and say, "Why did you do that?" No, you shouldn't have. You already had Terre Hermes Autre Fresh. That's the same. And he told me that. But he said, you know what? I still want to know the difference. I'm curious. And plus, for $7.50, sorry, Rick. That wasn't an album spit. That was soap in the mouth. For effectively $7.50 for first 2 months, 1 month piece, $7.50 each. It's not a bad deal to try it out for a 30-day, nice sizable sample. I find it curious. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I can shut it down because I got some of those, although I have mini spritz samplers of some of the newer Aqua de Parma stuff that's out, which is fantastic. Not the oud, but they make a green, I forget the name, but it's like a fresh take on old polo green. It modernizes it. Really lovely. And then they got a bergamot, and they got they got a fig related one. They have another citrusy scent. So I got those other two citruses coming for September. Most likely will be the end of August and September and October. And so it's still going to be very warm here, so they're going to make great daytime fragrances. All right. In my experiences in wet shaving, which in November 18 will be coming up on 3 years since I got my first artisan soap razor, which was a by Merkur 34C. I've had brushes already, but I've got a better brush. You find when your technique improves, you open yourself up to a whole new world of trying new razors or different settings on razors. And what worked for you in the past all of a sudden doesn't work as well, so you have to, up that factor. Like right now. Plate 5 is really treating me well. See, Plate 4 does a great job, but first time using Plate 5, little residual slickness you use there. It's really doing a great job. I mean, I'm not going to do a third pass, I can already tell you. Except for maybe on the neck where you have the usual spot. Got to watch a few videos. Tim Zub and Jason Rudman, Zubs and Ruds do a little live video review of the new Fine Accoutrement Marvel razor. It's a chromed Zamac 3-piece razor with a head geometry in terms of just shape, very similar to the Blackbird in a way, but and it's a 0.95 blade gap. But with the way the guards are, and they said Zub was using like an every other day super comfortable razor. And Rudd's wanted to do a live shave on video before he made his official review, but he seemed to like it too. Some conversation about the dart happened, and I can see in a head shave in particular how the dart, by comparison, would be awkward for a head shave. It is a bit scrapey. I think you have to really find that angle and hold it. I still haven't found it yet. I'll keep working with it. But I wanted to, it just hit me. Let's try that plate 5 and see what it does for a daily. And man, Tony. Rockwell 6S plate 5. Very nice. Two passes and a little neck cleanup. I like where I'm at. It's a great shave with not chasing the dragon, trying to get that elusive BBS. It was super comfortable. No weepers. Well, technically a couple small ones, but I've had a little irritation and the minor little blemish pop up. So that's overall good shave. Let's see how the blade pairing with the plate 5 did. Gillette Ruby, so pretty sharp blade. Not a okay. So being that I've been daily shaving, got some feedback here, a little bit here, only quick spots otherwise. So overall, really nice shave. If I had like 2 days growth, I'm sure I had even less feedback. Seems to be the case with my shaves. The more growth, the less feedback. But yeah, I could see going to plate 5 easily, a lot. This has been out of the fridge just a little bit, so it's going to be nice and cool. Oh, probably a little too much. The restrictor, it kind of comes out pretty quickly, so. Check the time here. Okay, I gotta get on the road in a sec. Meeting a buddy for lunch. All right, so we covered a lot of topics today, but Tony, plate 5. For those who haven't gone to plate 5 yet and finding plate 4 isn't quite doing it for you anymore, go to plate 5. 2 passes. I'll call it a DFS. I had one little baby weeper really, and it was more because it hit a blemish. I'm gonna let this cool down. The menthol is coming in, but it's not in my eyes because I didn't apply it too close. Otherwise, that'd be really stupid. Let's see. I got a little towel residue. I gotta wash this thing again. Yeah. Put a little orange chill after shave on, and then I'll just finish up my routine. The orange chill. Now this is closer to like fresh orange. I could use Sumatra that I got from John Gilmore. It's like basically it's orange chill without the menthol in my opinion. It's really close. I like it too, but it'd be more if I wanted to use it in the winter and felt like using orange chill, but not have the mentholated aftershave. Okay, so plate 5, Gillette Ruby on the Rockwell 6S. Winner, killer shave. Tony, thank you so much for quote-unquote harassing me into, I say quote, I'm just quoting because you weren't harassing, but you were giving me the hard sell on it, and I'm glad you did because it was a really excellent result. And the rest of the other topics, thanks for listening, and we will meet again soon for the next shave. And take care, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Cheers. Go too sweet, good brothers and good sisters. Love y'all. Take care. Thanks everyone for watching, even those with criticisms and dislikes, because at least you're giving me a shot. You don't like it, cool. I'm good with that. Take care. Bye.